5. There are moments in history where everything changes in a single heartbeat. Moments when heaven shakes and the earth is never the same again. What if I told you the last sign of the rapture has just appeared? That we are standing on the edge of eternity and the clock is seconds from midnight. This isn't a theory. This isn't about fear. This is about reality. Young man, you felt it, haven't you? That tug in your soul, that ache in the middle of the night, the sense that this world, the endless swiping, scrolling, chasing, isn't enough. That something bigger is about to break into the silence. You've been searching for love, for purpose, for a reason to fight. And deep down, you know there's a battle coming that no man can avoid. This isn't about religion. It's about the man you are becoming in the face of eternity. Because when the trumpet sounds, it won't matter how many women you've had, how much money you made, or how carefully you curated your image. It will only matter were you ready. You've been asleep too long. But this is your wake-up call. The last sign has appeared. The question isn't when he's coming back. The question is, will you be the man who stands when the heavens open? They said there would be signs. And for years men scoffed. They mocked the idea that heaven could speak to earth, that eternity could break into time. But now the last sign has appeared. And still, so many remain asleep. Young man, I'm not here to scare you. I'm here to wake you. You've been feeling it, haven't you? That strange tension in the air. The sense that the ground beneath your feet isn't as steady as you thought. The wars. The shaking of nations. The confusion in hearts. The darkness spreading over this generation. And now, the final sign. This isn't a game. This isn't about religion or ritual. This is about reality. The King is coming. The heavens are about to split open. And when that happens, everything you thought was important, the status, the followers, the women, the money, it will all burn away in an instant. The question is not if the rapture is near. The question is, are you ready? Because there are two kinds of men in this hour. The first will mock. He'll laugh, saying, they've been saying this for years. Nothing ever happens. He'll keep scrolling, keep numbing, keep chasing pleasures that leave him emptier every time. But the second man, he'll hear the call. He'll realize the clock is seconds from midnight. He'll drop the things that are holding him back. The addictions, the anger, the ego. He'll rise and prepare himself because he knows when the trumpet sounds, it will be too late to get ready. Young man, which one will you be? You were not born for apathy. You were not born to waste your life chasing approval from a world that's passing away. You were born for fire, for purpose, for eternity. The last sign has appeared. Heaven is speaking, the Spirit is moving, and the shaking is coming. So I ask you, if the sky were to split open tonight, would you be found ready? Or would you be left behind, clutching the chains you refuse to break? This isn't about fear. It's about freedom. The King is coming, and he's not coming for men who are perfect. He's coming for men who are willing to rise. You think you're strong. That's what the world has told you to believe. You hit the gym. You grind. You stack up the money. You act like nothing bothers you. But let me ask you something. What happens when no one's watching? When you're alone at night with the weight of your thoughts? Are you still that strong? This generation has taught men to wear masks, to fake confidence, to hide their wounds, to drown their pain in hookups, in porn, in endless scrolling. It's an illusion of strength, a facade. But inside, so many are crumbling. You're not weak because you're hurting. You're not weak because you feel empty. You're weak if you refuse to face it. Young man, hear me, there's a storm coming. A shaking so fierce that every false strength will collapse. The ego won't save you. The muscles won't save you. The cool persona, the validation of women, the fake smiles, none of it will stand when the trumpet sounds. And here's the tragedy, so many men will fall, not because they weren't capable of standing, but because they never dealt with their own hearts. The enemy wants you numb. He wants you addicted. He wants you performing for a world that doesn't care. Because as long as you're distracted, you'll never rise. But there's another way. Real strength isn't the absence of pain. It's the courage to face it. Real masculinity isn't domination. It's surrender. Surrender to the one who made you. Surrender to the fire that burns away the boy so the man can rise. The clock is ticking, and when the heavens split open, will you be found standing as a man of God, or will you be swept away with the rest, clutching your broken mask? You can keep playing the part, or you can take off the armor that's been crushing you and let the Spirit of God make you new. You've been asleep too long. Wake up, son. Wake up before it's too late. The chains you don't see, and speaking directly to young men caught in cycles of lust, numbness, and distraction. You think you're free. You tell yourself you can quit any time. You say, I've got it under control, but deep down, you feel the chains tightening. The truth is most men today are prisoners, not to bars of steel, but to chains they can't even see. You wake up in the morning, and the first thing you do is reach for your phone. Hours slip away scrolling through lives you'll never live, women you'll never touch, dreams you've already given up on. You've traded your fire for dopamine hits, your purpose for pixels. And then there's lust, that quiet killer. You told yourself it was just a release, just a way to cope. But now it owns you. It's numbed your soul. It's stolen your hunger for real love, real purpose, real connection. You don't even realize it's turning you into a shadow of the man you're meant to be. These chains are invisible because they're normalized. This culture will clap for you as you destroy yourself as long as you look good doing it. But hear me, young man, you can't walk into your destiny carrying these chains. You can't rise to the man you're called to be if you're still bowing to the same cycle, the same screens, the same empty pleasures. And if you don't break them now, the day will come when they'll pull you under for good. The enemy doesn't have to take you out in one strike. All he needs is to keep you distracted, dulled, and passive until the trumpet sounds and it's too late. But here's the good news: the chains you don't see can still be broken. Not by willpower, not by hustle, but by surrender, by falling on your face before the God who already paid for your freedom with his own blood. It's not too late, but you can't wait another moment. Son, you were made for fire, not for chains. You were made for war, not for numbness. It's time to wake up. The King is coming, and you cannot meet him bound. They told you purity was weakness, that it was outdated, that real men take what they want and leave nothing behind, that the fire in your veins is meant to burn without restraint. But they lied to you. Young man, the fire in you was never meant to destroy you. It was meant to be forged, to be purified, to be turned into power. Listen to me. You were not born to be another statistic. You were not made to be one more man caught in cycles of lust, addiction, and compromise. You were made for more, for holiness, for power, for authority in a generation that has none. Purity isn't about being soft. It's not about being a nice guy. It's about being dangerous in the right way. Because when a man's heart is clean, when his hands are clean, when he's no longer ruled by his cravings, he becomes unstoppable. This world celebrates men who conquer women, but heaven celebrates men who conquer themselves. And here's the secret. The enemy fears a pure man more than a strong one. Why? Because a man who walks in purity carries fire. A man who walks in purity carries authority. And when such a man speaks, heaven moves and hell trembles. But you've got to choose. You've got to say, I'm done bowing to the chains. I'm done wasting my fire on things that leave me empty. I want to burn for something eternal. It won't be easy. You'll be tempted to run back to your old comforts. You'll hear the voices saying, you're too far gone. You're not good enough. You'll never break free. But those voices are liars. Because the truth is this: the blood of Jesus is stronger than your sin. The Spirit of God is stronger than your addiction, and the calling on your life is stronger than your past. The King is calling for men who can carry His fire, not boys chasing pleasures, not actors wearing masks, men warriors, sons who will stand clean and fearless when the heavens split open. Young man, will you be one of them, or will you settle for the ashes? There's a warrior in you. You may not feel it right now. You may feel weak. You may feel unworthy. You may feel chained, broken, ashamed of the battles you've lost. But I'm telling you, there's still a warrior in you. This world has tried to bury him. It's told you to stay passive, to sit down, to numb out, to chase comfort instead of courage, lust instead of love, noise instead of purpose. But the King didn't call you to comfort. He called you to war. Young man, do you feel the shaking? Do you hear the sound in the Spirit? The trumpet is about to sound. Heaven is rallying its army. And the question is, will you be asleep or will you rise? A warrior doesn't wait until he's perfect to fight. A warrior steps onto the field trembling, scars and all, but he refuses to bow. And this battle isn't fought with fists or bullets. This is a war for your soul, for your future, for the hearts of the women and children who will depend on you to lead. This generation doesn't need more men who flex for Instagram. It doesn't need more men who boast about conquests and leave emptiness behind them. It needs men who are dangerous to darkness, men who carry the fire of God in their bones, men who will stand when everything around them falls. And you don't have to fight alone. The King has already gone before you. He's already crushed the enemy under His feet. He's already given you His armor, the helmet of salvation, the breastplate of righteousness, the sword of the Spirit. But He won't force it on you. You have to choose to pick it up. You have to choose to leave the shadows. You have to choose to rise. So I'm asking you right now, will you stay where you are, scrolling your life away, wasting your fire chained to the same sins? Or will you get up? Will you roar back at the enemy and take your place on the battlefield? This is the hour. This is the moment. The warrior is awakening, and heaven is waiting for your answer. Young man, listen closely. The trumpet is about to sound. The clock is running out. There is a moment coming when the sky will split open, when the voices of angels will roar like thunder across the earth, when the King Himself will step down from His throne and call His own to Himself. But here's the question: will you be ready? Too many are sleeping, distracted, entertained to death. They've traded eternity for temporary pleasures. They've silenced the still, small voice that's been calling them to rise. And when the trumpet sounds, it will be too late to wake up. You've been told you have time, that you can clean up later, that you can run to God when you're older. But the truth is, you don't know how much time you have. No man does. And when that final moment comes, there's no do-over, no second chance. This isn't just about you. It's about your future wife, your children, the generations who will come after you. What happens if you don't rise? Who will lead them? Who will protect them? But it doesn't have to end in destruction. The same King who is coming in fire is also coming in mercy. Right now, while you still have breath, He's reaching for you. He's calling your name. He's not looking for perfection. He's looking for surrender. Will you hear Him? Will you throw down your chains and run? Will you rise from the ashes and take your place in the ranks of those who will stand when the earth shakes? The enemy wants you to believe it's too late, that you're too far gone, that you're too broken. But the enemy is a liar. There's still time, but not much. You were born for this hour. You were born to carry the fire, to be a light in the darkness, to stand clean and fearless before the King when He returns. The trumpet is about to sound. Will you be found ready? Or will you be swept away with the rest? You know the answer in your soul. Don't wait. Don't delay. The King is calling. The heavens are watching, and time is almost gone. Here's the raw, emotional outro in Jonathan Cahn's voice, ending the speech with deep urgency and a powerful call to action. Son, don't scroll away from this moment. Don't tell yourself you'll come back later. You might not. This is not just another video. This is a line in the sand. A call from heaven to your soul. You know the chains. You know the battles. You know the emptiness that's been following you. And you also know deep down that this is the moment to rise. The King is calling you. And He's not just calling you for you. He's calling you for every life you're meant to touch, every soul you're meant to lead, every generation that will come from your obedience. So here's what I want you to do. If this word pierced your heart, don't keep it to yourself. Share it. Someone you know is fighting the same battles, and this could be the spark that sets them free. Hit that like button. Not for me, but so this message reaches every man asleep in the dark. Drop a comment and declare, I will rise. I will carry the fire. And subscribe, because there are more messages coming to call you higher, to prepare you for the hour that is coming. This isn't entertainment. This is war. This is destiny. And you were born for this moment. So choose now. Choose life. Choose fire. And don't look back.